एक्चुअली प्रेजेंटेशन में साइंस में बहु बदा ऑप्शन नहीं अँ बॉम्बे यूनिवर्सिटी की वेबसाइट ते वनी निर्दा था कि कम से कम साइंस में 200 ऑप्शन्स मलता हजी गूगल ते भी इजीली मले था एटले पा बहु कवर नता करो पर पास रहा के एटले बोलाय एवं कि की अकड़े मीडियम क्लास फैमिली जी अकड़ी डॉटर ब्रेक गनी ने MBBS जो विजन रखे थी ने करी सके थी हणे पांजे वच्चे आई डॉक्टर हार्दिक हरीश ठक्कर कच्छी लोहाणा आई लास्ट ईयर ज असां कॉन्टेक्ट में आया आई लास्ट वरे भी आया हुआ ही हेड केम लास्ट ईयर आज भी पांजे वच्चे आई हार्दिक भाई जो अँ ब्रीफ एकदम नेरो तो ये MBBS तई ने महाराष्ट्र में फर्स्ट रैंक होल्डर आई महाराष्ट्र में MBBS फर्स्ट रैंक होल्डर ने पांजे समाज में एड़ा रत्न पाके फेसबुक थी मले था पाके कोई डायरेक्ट कॉन्टेक्ट नतो कराए एटले असी आके ऑलवेज चो कि सोशल मैसेजिस अगिया वजो एड़ा कोई भी आके ब्राइट स्टूडेंट डिजर्विंग स्टूडेंट लगता में तो मूके चो अँ हार्दिक भाई MBBS करे पुठिया बो वरे MD मेडिसिन क्या प्लस अनी जी डिग्री नेरदा वनो ताके लगे कि एटले कोरो आई मळे कन्सल्टिंग फिजिशियन कार्डियोलॉजिस्ट न्यूरोलॉजिस्ट एटले कटलो अनी जो ईयर्स नंबर ऑफ ईयर्स अनी जी मेडिकल लाइन में वेवाई हार्दिक भाई will share his journey as a doctor, as a profession.
A very good evening to all of you. Thank you for your kind words and appreciation. I appreciate your invitation, and today I would be speaking on how to go ahead with your MBBS training program. So to begin with, why should you take medicine, and who are the students who should take medicine and who are the students who should not take medicine? That is the first and the foremost question that will come to your mind once you have finished your 12th examinations. So you have to introspect. If you are a kind of a person who likes to interact with people, you want to make an impact to the society, and you want to do something good for others as well, sacrificing your own pain, sacrificing your own pleasure and your own time, then medicine is the branch very ideal for you. I mean, there are a lot of hurdles that you will face during the training period, and a lot of times you will feel you do not have enough of personal time. You have to put in a lot of hard work as compared to other fields. But let me tell you, a career in medicine is like an aeroplane. An aeroplane, to get airborne, it has to first run on the runway. It just cannot fly directly like a helicopter. So it takes time for your flight to take off. But once you have taken off, there is nothing to stop it. So the first and foremost thing is people who are interested in studying for many years together. Medicine is a long process. I mean, the training certifications take a long time as compared to the other fields. Like, for example, your MBBS training curriculum lasts for about 6 to 7 years, including the bond year, which is 1 year. After this, MBBS alone is not enough. You want to go for super specialization as well. Further specialization could be an MD or an MS, which takes 3 years. 3 years post, so 7 plus 3 is 10 years. And then you have 1 year of a bond. After this, if you want to get further specialization, or if you want to travel to the US for further education, which I did, is another 2 to 3 years down the line. So a total education career in medicine lasts for around 10 to 12 years. So this is good for people who are very studious, who are interested in studying, in reading for many hours together. But a lot of women who prefer to have a married life, who want a very active social life, they may not be in favor of this. But I do have a good number of female colleagues as well who are ready to sacrifice these things to achieve their goal of being a surgeon or a gynecologist. So, I mean, overall, medicine as a career is very satisfying because you get blessings from the patient once they are treated, once they go home safely. But you know, there are times when you're woken up in the middle of the night. Like, just for example, yesterday night, I have slept at 4 a.m. Reason being, we had one cardiac patient. We had to do an angiography for him. So that is the stress that comes with a doctor's life. I mean, I have not slept enough all through the night today. I had my regular day today, and I'm here in front of you. So this is one thing which is a little bit of a challenge, which you may not get in other fields. Other fields will ensure you have 7-8 hours of sleep non-stop. But the benefits, I think the satisfaction that you get here is something which you cannot get anywhere else. So this is in short, you know, who should go for medicine and who shouldn't go. Those people, you know, who don't want to study for long hours, who are like more of into economics, who want to deal with finances, then this is not a very good field, because medicine is all dealing with humanity and it's all humanitarian values. So you need to respect those values when you are treating the patients, and you have to be very humanitarian and compassionate when you are treating them. So, I mean, as per your personality traits and what you aspire to do in life, I think that's when this decision comes in. The next thing is, once you get into an MBBS, should you go for a government college or should you go for a private college? This is a very common question that comes up because not everyone has a good score. Like when I was in the CT, I was ranked 2 in the state. Now then that is because my physics was very strong and we had a very difficult physics paper. So that made a huge difference to my ranking, I think. But overall, people who do not score well, they sometimes tend to settle for a private institution. The problem with private institutions is the quality of training is not very great, as in the number of patients that you see. For example, I've done my MBBS from KEM. So here the patient load that you get is very, very huge. You get thousands and thousands of patients and all sorts of varieties of diseases. So it makes you very competent as a physician and as a doctor. Your clinical acumen is very strong when you graduate from such institutes. Vis-a-vis, if you're going to a private college, the patients are few, the exposure to the medical diseases is less, and you end up spending a lot of money for the fees, capitation fees. So as a result, the product from a private college is not very strong as a physician and as having a clinical acumen. Secondly, they tend to be more financially oriented because they've spent a lot of fortune on getting there. So this is one thing which I think one shouldn't go in for. A government training setup is always better than a private setup. And training compared to India vis-a-vis US, people may have questions. When should I go to the States, or when should I go to a Western country for my training? So usually it is post-MD, that is the ideal time, but sometimes you can go post-MBBS as well. Like I was in the US for a couple of years, that was post my MBBS training, but you have to give certain examinations following which you can reach there. The Western world gives you a different perspective of treating medicine. The medicine there is treated more on an investigation platforms. So a lot of tests are done. So you will see the comparison. What is the difference in how you treat a patient in India? And what is the difference as in how you treat the patient in, say, for example, United States or London, for example. So that also adds to a perspective to you as a doctor. So when you come back and you treat the patients, you can give the best of both the worlds. So I think post-MBBS or MD training, you should have some international experience so that you know what is going around the world. And there are these USMLE exams which people usually give post-MBBS or post-MD. And if you have a good score, usually you should not have a difficult time in getting a good college. And once the MBBS is over, now the problem is there is the controversy regarding open seats and reservations these days. So as a result, the pool, the quota for the open seats for MD gets down to a very small amount. So the only solution for that is to target an exam where the pool of the seats is very big, like in All India exam. That's the pool is very, very big, so even if the reservation is there, you might get a chance out there. Once your MBBS is over, you sit for the MD NEET exam again. NEET PG exam is there. That's a little bit difficult one to crack. It's like so many applicants and very few seats. So again, a strong reading and a strong background from your MBBS is very important. Once you've gotten through the residency, now residency is 3 years, which leads to getting you an MD or an MS degree. This is a very difficult time in a medical graduate's career. There's a concept called as being on call. So being on call is when you have to work for 30 hours together. So you are on call once every week. If you see Grey's Anatomy, you would be seeing the on calls, but then it's a bit too rosy as a picture. You're working for full 30 hours at a stretch with no sleep, treating patients in and out. So that is one thing which needs endurance, and you need to be mentally very strong to deal with it. So when you make a decision to go for the MD, you have to be ready to do the calls. Once you have finished with your calls, then you can go home and sleep, and the next day is a regular day for you. So this goes on constantly for 3 years. You have a PhD, you have an MD thesis which is to be completed, and that leads to granting you the MD degree. Once you are having an MD, then you can sit on the chair, then you are the boss, you are the consultant, and you can run the treatments for your own programs. So the target should be at least an MD, And after that, if you want, you can have more super specializations as per your interest. So I think this is in short about how a medical career should go ahead. That's about it. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Hardik bhai.